What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Monday Magic. I don't know. I feel a little nervous this time. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. I feel like there's been so many shifts in just the last week. Like, I don't know. Like, even besides just my birthday being last week, it's like, well, that alone brought in a lot of shifts, you know? Like, I don't know. I can't even really explain it. But, yeah, I definitely feel different. My reality feels a little different. Like, yeah, it's just a very good Monday, and I'm excited to see what continues to unfold and what comes next from here for me, for the world, for everybody. So, yeah, it's really exciting, and thank you for being here. Yeah, that being said, let's get right into it. I'm sorry. I'm Mark. I'm your reader, and welcome. If you're new here, welcome to Monday Magic, and I hope to continue to see you around. And hell yeah. So every week we get started with our presence practice, which is our breath work, and then we go into our body scanning, and that's just to bring us into the present moment and to anchor into the present, as well as, you know, prepare our vessels and our bodies, our energy, our soul, everything for the reading and the energy that's going to come through, and so we can really be able to receive it, as well as, you know, amplify it and have room for it, you know, because if your cup's too full, a lot of these things, it may, you know, overwhelm you and all that. So it's really important to me for us to start as a blank slate and to come in with fresh energy and a fresh mind, really, and to give us the best chance to, you know, make the most of it. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to get started with our breath work, which is going to be just deep inhales and exhales. We're going to inhale all the way to the belly, hold at the top, and then for the exhale, we're going to make sure that the exhale is longer than our inhale, in order to promote relaxation and to, you know, give us that reset and pull us into the present moment. And then when we get to the breath work, I'll go ahead and explain that too. So go ahead and introduce a little bit of movement into your body. Roll your neck a little bit, a little shimmy, whatever feels good. Just to, you know, invite a little bit of flow in. And whenever you're done with that, you feel good about it, let it find your center, and close your eyes if you can. And we're going to go ahead and start. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. there and just keep going until we get to the end. And that being said, if I say an area like your mouth, you can go ahead and check in with your teeth, your tongue, like, you know, whatever else is in the area beneath that surface. Yeah, so it's really what you're making. Just make sure you're not getting lost in thought and you notice anything and now you're, you know, thinking too hard about it, or, you know, just notice and keep moving. So, top of the head. Forehead. Nose. Ears. Eyes. The back of your head. Your mouth. Your chin. Your neck. Your shoulders. Your back. Chest. Your stomach. Your arms. Your butt. And if you're sitting, check in or notice where your body meets whatever you're sitting on. So like that point of support, really lean into that. Check in with your hands. Next, your groin area. Then your upper legs, like your thighs, hamstrings, quads. Then your knees. harvest. Again, make sure y'all are resting and slowing down a little bit. Like you see that you don't have, the same energy that you're used to, or that, that's been your normal maybe so far this year. Don't feel like there's something wrong. Remember, seasons are seasons, and nature has a natural flow of energy, And if you look outside, like especially if you're a place where that experiences seasons more than Florida does, you see the trees are changing colors, the leaves are falling off. Like that's the season we're in now. Now that we're in fall, so understand that things are gonna slow down. You're not gonna have that same spring and summer energy, and that's okay, Because every season is a season. It's for reasons. So if you find yourself wanting to rest more, if you find yourself, slowing down and wanting to be more chill and kind of, and you find yourself going more into your inner world and things like that, understand that that's okay and that you're in alignment. And that, in any season, whenever you start to feel like, dang, what's going on? Hey, I challenge you to go look outside, go see where the world is, what's going on. Like I said, like we are nature. So we can get a lot of clues and cues from looking at nature, What are the animals doing? What are the trees doing? What are the oceans doing? What is everything else doing? Like, is it running around? Like, oh, okay, most things are like kind of sleeping and kind of, dying and all that, dying and everything. So it's like, understand that if you feel like that, then you're in alignment, you're good, it's okay. So I just want to give you guys a reminder. So I got real busy. Had me feeling scattered for a second. What are we starting with? Tarot, Oracle? What's the vibes today? Start with Oracle. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Got a little emoticon sad face. I'm just hearing heavy and oh dang. Keep me updated on the mic thing. Sorry about that. But emoticon sad face. I'm hearing like heavy vibes. I'm also hearing don't know what to say. Like whatever it is more so a feeling, and it's like a heavy feeling, and you don't even know how to express what you're feeling, but you're definitely feeling it. And I'm also hearing it's gonna be okay, that it's all part of the shifts, It may feel heavy, it may feel like, damn, what's going on, it feels like, something's wrong, or like your world is crashing down or something like that. But understand that it's not, and that, whatever this is also feels like death energy, but not necessarily like someone died, like physically, but more so like the end of an era or the end of something. But death is just a transition, like energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Like, that's one of the first things you learn in science. So it's like, understand that it's just a transition, that whatever this is that's causing you to feel this way, that it's a transition. Like, it's not the end of you, like part of you's not dying, like something that you're not getting back. Like, understand that you're still whole, everything is still okay, and that whatever it is will be replaced with something new, something new and more you and more in alignment to who you are. So don't spend too much time being sad. Definitely feel it, because it's an emotion, it's your emotion, it's your experience, it's for you to feel it and to experience it. But don't feel like you have to be stuck here, feel it with the purpose of, at some point pulling yourself out and moving on and continuing to actualize what's for you. Because the more you sit in this and ruminate in this, the more you're keeping away the things that are for you. And this was a transition to get you somewhere, So if you stay here, it's like you're staying at that 0 point when it's like that first step puts you into that new reality, into everything that's, for you. And whatever this is, chances are it was keeping you separate from this new reality that you wanted. And that's why it's falling off. That's why it's ending now, because it's time for you to transition. It's time for you to step into it. And yeah, this doesn't have to mean that something's wrong. This doesn't have to mean that something failed. This doesn't have to mean that, that it doesn't have to mean anything other than, okay, this is the end of this. And that's exciting because with endings come beginnings, And yeah, I'm just feeling really called to just drive home that perspective to you, that it's okay and that it's a transition, and that if you knew what was waiting for you, you'd be excited that, okay, it's finally time, And yeah, it's all gonna be okay. And I just want to keep saying that. Yeah, and I'm also getting like the visual of like a forehead kiss. Like, I don't know if you need one, you need to go get one, or that spirit giving you one right now. But yeah, you're so loved, and it's gonna be okay, I promise. And get out of your head on the bottom. Understand that it's okay. Like, this just goes along with that. It's like, get out of your head, get your body moving, get into your heart, and if you create with that energy, do something to move the energy around. Definitely still feel it, but yeah, you're a magician, you're an alchemist, and you have the ability to make beautiful things with your feelings. You have the ability to transmute the heaviest of emotions and turn it into beautiful, divine things that serve you and serve other people, serve the world. So it's like, step into your power, and yeah, that's just the call right now. So I love you personally, and yeah, it's all gonna be okay, I promise you. I love y'all so much, man. I really, really do. And I hope y'all really feel it, like, time and time again. It really is real, it really is authentic. And yeah, I really feel that for y'all. And I'm invested in all of you all so much. You guys share things, communicate with me, like, it means everything to me. I take the time to really sit with every interaction, every engagement, every energy exchange, because that's really what it is to me, It's like, yeah, it may seem, this is digital for y'all, but it's like, it's more than that. It's like, whenever you guys engage and, say what you have to say and all that, it's kind of like, in that moment, you're sitting there with me, we're sitting there together, we were exchanging energy. And it's like, yeah, so I really sit and be present with that, every interaction, every moment, because hell yeah, it means a lot to me, and why I show up here every week, So thank you. Long story short, keep an eye on this mic for me, because I definitely don't want to look up and it's been all over and stuff. But 11/11 came out, make a wish, and not even just make a wish, but embody something. Like, give you a second, close your eyes, and like really visualize something and embody the energy. Really be there. Transport yourself to exactly where you want to be, where you feel you're supposed to be, and all that. Whatever you see for yourself, take this moment right now to get clear on it and to embody it and bring it into the present moment. And yeah, I'm excited to do that with y'all. And that's what I do at 11. I don't pretend to make wishes anymore. I really embody moments and embody energies and all that in that moment. And it's been really dope. So I'm excited to do that with y'all right now. So yeah, if you can, close your eyes. If you can't, just think about it. Just feel into what that feels like and just all that stuff. Because, hey, it all goes to the same place. So, yeah. If you need to, go ahead and take a couple breaths to bring you into this present moment. You already know exactly how to get that done. But, we can do an inhale, exhale together. So, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, go ahead and get your visual going and really paint that scene. The more details you can put together, the better. And if you're someone who can't really visualize, just think about it. Like really just think about where you want to be. Think about what that feels like. Think about who's there, just until it really, until you understand, you feel it, and then that's what we're cultivating anyways. Got pulled, go ahead and take this moment to come on back. Get back to your vision. I'm gonna wrap it up shortly. Thank you to yourself, to this reality that you're cultivating, to your spirit team. Just thank you. Just express gratitude. That was dope. 11:11. How was it? Got pink on the bottom, and that just feels like, the universe wanting to take care of you. Yeah, I mean, like softness and being gentle, and yeah, calm and hug. Like I'm just getting a bunch of like feelings and words. Oh yeah, you're really loved. If you didn't know that, like God really loves you, the universe really loves you, nature really loves you. Like you may notice that, like animals and just the trees and like everything you go outside just feels like, they're serenading you. charts are all topsy-turvy. Like, I don't know when they got like this. Okay, let's roll with it. Invest. Yeah, but understand that you're your most important creation, and you're your most important investment and resource in all that. So make sure you're investing proper energy, time, and love into yourself, because yourself and you is the proxy in which you connect to everything else. You know, like this person that's so important to you, this relationship that's so important to you, this job that's so important to you. You only relate to it and come in contact with it and experience it through yourself. So if you're not at tip-top shape, if you're not at your best self, all of those things will suffer. You know, you're not going to keep your relationship a beautiful thing if you're all torn down or if you're worn out. You're not going to be able to keep that job, steady, and like you're not going to be able to excel there if you're not your best self, if you're tired, if your mental's all over the place, if you're scattered. Like, you understand? So it's like, you are your most important investment. You shouldn't be pouring into anything more than yourself, because understand that, yes, you can pour into it, but it's still gonna fall flat if you're not at 100% every time. Like, there is nothing that you will be able to maintain depleted better than you will be able to maintain at your full self. So understand that if you're prioritizing all these things while letting yourself suffer, while letting yourself go to shit, is what I keep hearing, but I wasn't trying to say that. But it's like, I was drawing a blank besides that. If you're letting yourself go to shit, understand that everything else is going to go to shit right after. So it's like, you need to prioritize yourself, and anybody that's for you, or any relationship that's for you, or any job that's for you, will understand the importance of you giving yourself what you need, because you can't give them what they need or want or any of that if you're not okay. So understand that anything that gives you a hard time about that isn't for you and isn't in alignment to your highest good, and that's information that you needed. So please prioritize investing in yourself and allow everything else to fall where it may, because you may notice that, wow, this person really only cared about me when I was willing to sacrifice myself. They only cared about me when I was willing to, give them what I didn't even have, when I was just giving them all my energy so they can do their things. And it's like, the minute I decide, I need to pour into my cup to make sure I'm okay, so I can come back and even amplify this relationship or this dynamic even further, they pushed me away, or they made me out to be a bad person or whatever. And it's like, you needed to know that, because that means that the only way to sustain the relationship was to be self-sacrificing, was to give away all the parts of you that you need for yourself. And you don't want to do that, so you needed to know that. And in that, you can accordingly, them or yourself, pour your energy back where you need to do. And then you'll have even more energy to pour into yourself, and to pour into those things that do understand, that are in the highest alignment to you, that truly deserve your energy, who really value you and understand what it is that you bring. And yeah, that's in your best interest. So it's like, all roads point back to you, and prioritizing yourself, and prioritizing you, because you are your most important investment, and that will never change. So anybody asking you to give yourself less than, to give them more, get them out the way ASAP, because you just deserve more, And it's like, that doesn't make them a bad person, because I feel like people who do that don't have the general awareness of the bigger picture to understand what exactly they're asking of you. To them it may seem like something little, or just they need it, so you should just do it. And it's just like, when you have the awareness of the bigger picture, you understand energy, you understand the importance of sending the right message with your actions to the universe and to your reality and all that they understand that what they're asking you to do is huge, and it goes against the natural flow of universal law and just what you're here to do. So, and I feel like if they knew that, they would ask you to do it, but they don't know. So it's like, better. So it's like, the burden is on you to move accordingly. And they may not understand it, they may not accept it, but it's on you. You chose to know more. You chose to expand, because ignorance truly is bliss. least had pure intentions in sacrificing yourself. You would have at least had pure intentions in, giving parts of yourself that you didn't need to give, and giving your energy away, and just giving yourself, because it was from a good place. But when you know better, it's like when you're consciously making that decision, the outcome is even more in the wrong direction, because you consciously know that, okay, right now I'm about to give parts away of myself. Okay, right now I'm about to send the message to the universe that, okay, this person's happiness matters more than mine, this person's comfort matters more than mine. All that because you know better. So it's like that's the intention that you're doing all that stuff, and that's not going to get you where you need to go, and that's not going to get them where they need to go. So now you guys are just holding each other down. So it's like, yeah, so understand that that's in your best interest. You are your most important investment, and they may not get it now, but they'll get it eventually. So right now, hey, it's a hell of a burden, but it's a hell of a power too. You have to make the choices that you know are right, even if you can't get the other people to understand that it's right. They have to feel like it's wrong, and you have to be this and that or whatever in their story. That's okay, but understand that you still have to make the decision that you need to make every single time. And when you look back, you'll understand like how important it was, and that it was all bigger than you. It was all bigger than them. It was really in the world's best interest. It wasn't just you being selfish. It was you doing what you need to do so you can do what you need to do, which is way bigger than any one situation, any one circumstance, any one person, honestly. So yeah, don't feel bad about it. Understand you're your number one investment, always. These messages are very, what's the word? Earthy, I feel like. Messages are very dense. I feel like the last couple weeks they've been a little bit quantum, like they've been up here. So far it feels like these are like in the here, in the heart, like very much in the body, very much grounded. And that's interesting, It feels different, just the messages themselves. Meditate. Prioritize getting quiet. Prioritize slowing down. Prioritize getting clear on your inner world and connecting to your inner world and understanding what certain things are, like what this feels like, or when you feel this way, where that shows up in the body, and understand that there's a connection to all that. Even like what I was just saying, as far as like the messages are typically here, but this time they feel here. Before I said that to you, I had never even thought about like where I was feeling messages or where I was feeling the energy that we're working with, Or when I went to express it just now, it's like, damn, like, yeah, that's true. That's exactly what it feels like. But it's like, and yeah, that's not just the case with that. Like, that's everything. Everything you feel it somewhere in your body, you feel it somewhere in your energy. Things feel different energetically and vibrationally. And we're becoming more sensitive, and our awareness to that is raising. So don't be surprised if you do notice certain things like that. Like, dang, I got into this conversation, now my stomach hurts, or like, now I feel this heavy pit in my stomach, or I got scared and now, like I feel my stomach is a little off, or I was thinking about something too hard and now like above my head hurts, the crown. It's like, yeah, you're gonna notice these things because like all that energy you're using, your body is a transmitter. Your body is processing it, and it's giving you back the information. And it's like the more sensitive you become and the more aware you become, the more you can pick up on it. And it's all valuable information. It helps you understand how you're feeling. It helps you understand your environment. It helps you understand everything, exactly what's going on in your reality, both inside and outside. So with this meditate, it just feels like doing things to become further acquainted with that, because that's your walking life, but you can grow that sensitivity, grow that connection by, meditating, by doing yoga, by practicing mindfulness, and just observing your thoughts, observing your body, doing body scanning outside of Monday Magic. You can body scan whenever. You can just kind of, whenever you remember, just like, let me check in and do a quick body scan. I do quick body scans throughout the day, not necessarily as long as we do it, but more so like top of the head, just scan it down, and then I might pick up something, and typically I might be like, oh dang, my foot's been in this weird position, and then I'll fix it. And it's like practicing that enough times, you'll notice things without having to check, because your awareness, you become more sensitive, and the subtle energies become louder, essentially. And yeah, so meditate, get clear, and connect with yourself. Really, that's the call. Just connect with yourself and pay attention to yourself, and just growing that relationship to yourself and your energy and your body and all that, and understand that all of that is what you have at your disposal. I don't even like to say disposal. It feels like throwing it away, or like it's whatever, because it's way bigger than that. All that is available for you to use and to work with in order to create your reality the way you want to create it. So you should definitely prioritize all that, value it very, very much, because how you're feeling at any given time is creating your reality. What you're picking up from your environment is affecting your reality at any given time. You know, there might be this noise in the background that's really making you feel shaky, making you feel uncomfortable, making you feel unsettled. But if you don't even notice it, you'll just feel that way and not notice why. You know, and there's been times with that, like even in the car with the windows down, it's like that the loud noises outside, like that really bothers me. Like that really, yeah, it has me feeling all weird a lot of the time. But it's like I typically don't even notice that until I put the window up, you know, and then it gets stone cold quiet. I'm like, oh wow, that was really doing the number on me, you know. It's just in that relief that you're like, oh dang, like I was feeling crazy. But it's like I could have been aware of that and noticed that if I was more sensitive, if I was more whatever. So that's something that I try to be mindful of, and just kind of check in and know like how I operate, and know that okay, noises and stuff like that, like it's a sensory thing. So yeah, I just say that to say, like, your body is always communicating with you, and your environment's always communicating with you, and yeah, all of it at any given moment is contributing to you creating your life, because you're always manifesting, you're always creating. It's not just when you're consciously like, okay, what am I trying to bring in, that you're manifesting in every moment, that whether you're conscious or unconscious, whether you're really aware or you're in autopilot, you're creating at every single moment. So it's like it serves you to be conscious most of the time, to be aware as much as you can, and the more intentional you can do literally everything, the more in alignment the life you're creating will be. So hell yeah, and that's dope. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like that was important for somebody, and that clicked in a way in which it felt like it needed to, because that felt like a very important message. So hold on 1 second. Yeah, that's exactly why I had it that way, so it wouldn't be leaning all down, but it's okay as long as it's not rubbing against me. We'll deal with it. But yeah, so that feels like the beginning of a journey for somebody, for someone who may not have realized just how intertwined their reality and their how they feel, and all the communication that they're getting from their reality at any given time, and all that, how important that is, and how important it is to be mindful of that. So hell yeah, I'm excited for you on that journey, because awareness is everything, and that connection to everything is everything. So I'm excited for you to continue to discover the magic that is everything, you know. So hell yeah. Do a couple more of these, and then we can get into tarot. But I get a feeling that we're gonna, go back and forth a little bit. Yeah, these are all mixed up, but it's okay. Enough. Okay. This feels like going to tarot now, and that's what I was feeling. Like, I definitely got the call to switch, but it didn't feel like right now. Things just felt like, okay, start the transition. But Spirit is like I said what I said, so yeah, I don't know. Spirit's funny, man. Oh, yeah. Just in case I didn't understand, the stop asking at the bottom. You see this stuff? See how they talk to me, how they do me. I just be trying to share all the love and light with y'all and be thorough. And Spirit's like, yo, they get it. Move on, enough. Stop asking me. 4141, as I said that. I'm so grateful, man. This journey has been everything, you know. It's like people are still in a place of like believing or not believing, or, you know, and the proof is everywhere. And you are the proof if you allow yourself to be, you know. Magician at the bottom. And it's like, you don't have to believe what people are saying. You just have to be willing to see it for yourself. Because it's going to happen through you anyway. It's been happening through you. So it's like the more you can, you know, buy in, the more you can allow it to exist in your world, the more you'll see it in yourself and in the way things are interacting with you and all that. So it's like, yeah, I don't even try to convince anybody anymore. Like, I just put myself where I feel called to be. I speak, I share what I share, but it's definitely not from a trying to convince anybody place. It's not from a trying to wake people up place. It's not none of that. It's just pure embodiment, you know. That's all you need to do. Those who resonate with it will find you. They'll present themselves. And yeah, people when they're ready, they'll know who to go to. They'll know exactly who to talk to when they, you know, when they're starting to notice things or when they're starting to have questions. It's like, that's all you need to do. Just embody it and live it and be that proof, you know, and allow yourself to be seen and shine. And everybody will come along, and if they don't, they don't. But you'll be too busy, immersed in magic, immersed in the divine, dancing with the universe, you know. You'll be too busy doing all that stuff anyway. So it's like, it's okay. It's really okay. But yeah, I definitely love this journey, and I love life. I love that I get to wake up every day as me, you know. And that doesn't mean it's easier, you know. Like I bypass all life and there's no struggle or nothing. There's no issues. Like, well, there's no struggle because struggling is certainly a choice, as far as just mindset wise and all that. But yeah, there's difficulty, there's challenges, there's, you know, things that make me feel certain ways and stuff like that. But I understand that it's all me and it's all my experience to be had, and it's okay, and that it all leads me to more of myself. It all leads me to more alignment, and yeah, so it's all good. Damn, okay. Really wanted to talk to us today. Off the rib. Hey, the chat's working. It's a spam bot, but nice to know. The fool. Yeah, like I said, there's been a lot of big shifts, and this feels like we're stepping out into this new book. The last book ended, and we're in the second book of our trilogy now. You know, yeah, we stepped into a whole new life, and like, very intentional in not saying we're about to or we're going to or something's coming, because it's not that. It's already done. Like, we're already there. So now it's like, this is the unfoldment of whatever it is that you've been waiting on, or whatever you've been cultivating for yourself, whatever you've been trying to achieve. Not even trying. I also feel very called in this reading to be very mindful of my words, and I'm appreciative of that. That's something that's very important to me. But yeah, it's here for you, and it's unfolding right now. It's like, you may not see it, you may look left, look right, and things look the same, but understand that they're not. You know, in the second book, in the second movie, or whatever, in a trilogy, they're not typical. Well, there are movies where they're in a whole new place, but even then, they don't just start in a whole new place, you know. They start in that familiar place that they were in the first book or in the first movie or whatever, and then, you know, they reveal the plot, like, oh, okay, they got to go over here to go do this thing, and then they go do the thing. But that movie didn't start off in the middle of the action of this other thing. It started in the familiar in order to get you, you know, acclimated, and then you're like, okay, what are we doing? Okay, like, boom, and understand that your life is the same way. So understand that just because you look left and you look right and things may seem the same, understand that it's not the same. You're not the same, and you know that. So understand that your reality is not the same either. Your reality is going to mirror back who you are. So understand that yes, there may be echoes of the past. There may be, past things that you created still present. The energy is still very much here. But understand that all these things are products of the past. So if you're looking around to kind of get proof of your future, it's not going to work. 46, as I say that. Understand that this tree is here because somebody planted it in a past present moment that's no longer here. That house is over there because somebody in a past present moment created it. Like, none of this was here just now. None of it just was presently created and made. So it's like you're not going to get any indicator of the present or the future from looking around and trying to observe the results of the past, because that's honestly what they are. You're in that house because of past decisions. You're in that relationship because of past decisions. Unless you literally just got in a relationship right this second, it's the result of a past decision. And yes, you have to recommit to it every day, and every day you commit to a lot of these things. You stay there, you choose to stay there, you choose to deal with it, whatever. But understand that they're all results of the past. So at the point where it's not serving you, or you don't feel like it's serving you, don't fall into thinking like you're stuck there, or stuck like it's like it's an indicator of your future, or what's to come. Understand that it's just past results, and at the point you're not happy with the past results anymore, you can create new things, and you are a creator. That's what you're here to do, and that's your power, and that's your ultimate weapon in this life thing, is your ability to create, to change your reality, to change your circumstances. So I definitely challenge you to lean into that and understand that, hey, this is it. You're here. This is your new book. This is your second book in your trilogy. And it's like, make sure you're creating consciously. It's like, how do you want to tell this story? You saw how the last book went. You told that story as best as you could. For part of it, you probably weren't as aware as you are now. And for some people, this might be your third book. You've already written two. So it's like, you're not that person anymore. So it's like, how do you want to tell your story now? You got a fresh page. You got fresh pages. You got fresh ink. It's like, write the best story you can now, and understand that the past books don't have to be an indicator of how this one's gonna go. Understand that you have the ability to create new worlds, to bring in new characters, to really tell a whole new story if you want to tell a whole new story. But understand that the pen's in your hand, the power's in your hand, and create it with love and intention and awareness, and understand that it's going to be a great story because you're a great person, you're a great author. So don't spend too much time trying to get it right. Feel into it. Go to the places you want to go. Follow the energy where you want to go, and be this fool. Go smell your roses, and don't pack light. Don't be too heavy. Don't be too dense. And understand that you're supported by the very things that you don't even really think about too much. The sun right there watching your back. Little puppy dog knows you're okay, or else he would have been stopping you from stepping off the cliff. He's behind you watching, He understands what's down there. It's like all signs are pointing towards your protection, towards your divinity, and the universe is having your back, so allow it to. And King of Pentacles. Just be sure of yourself. Be confident. And don't spend too much time doubting these things. Don't doubt who you are. Don't doubt your power. Don't doubt just how supported you are in actualizing the very things that you see for yourself. Understand that you are a vessel of divine and cosmic energy. Like, I don't know. I don't even have the words for what I'm feeling right now. Because you're literally everything. Me trying to go and make it into words is diluting the truth of the energy, for sure, which it typically is with anything that you're communicating. But with this specifically, it's like there's no words for it. Like, you just have to feel it. But you're literally everything. It's all within you. You're literally made of the same very things that made this world, that continue to make this world, that continue to create miracles, that create all of that is you. So it's like, don't spend too much time treating yourself as less than that, or like you're at the mercy of all of these things, when it's like you're made of the exact same things they are. So it's like, it's all you. It really is. So just be confident and understand that this world is going to take care of you, because you take care of it, because you take care of yourself, because you take care of others. welcome it in with open arms. Don't be too afraid of, the implications of it. Like, oh, why is this person being nice? Why are they trying to get me this? They must want something, Don't sit there and do that. You'll block a bunch of blessings. Understand that you're divinely protected. You can relax. You can breathe easy a lot of times, there's nothing to worry about. You don't have to be fearful or watch your back, because understand that the universe is watching your back. Understand that this is your world. This is your reality. And if you're not afraid of yourself, you shouldn't be afraid of the world you're creating, the world that you're projecting from the inside out, So it's like, yeah, when you do feel fearful, look within as well. Because I guarantee you there's a spot where you are afraid of yourself. There's a spot where you are afraid of your energy, afraid of your power, afraid of your connection. Or there is an indicator of, maybe doubt of if you are really creating this reality, doubt about just how connected you are. And that's the root of your fear. Because if you knew just how connected you were, if you truly knew that all this was yours, if you truly knew that you were God, if you truly knew that you were supported by the universe, supported by God, supported by everything 100,000%, how could you be fearful? So understand that fear and those little moments of that are indicators of something that you need to look at and heal in order to really come into full oneness with this world and oneness with the very things that you believe in and that you know to be true at a conscious level. Understand that there are still things in your subconscious that may need to be looked at, and that's okay. And say thank you every time those things happen. Say thank you every time you're triggered. Say thank you every time you're afraid. Say thank you, because if you notice it and you allow it, and you allow yourself to integrate whatever part of you that is feeling that way into your now, into your present knowings, into how you know the world to work, how you have experienced this universe to work, that you will evolve, and you don't have to be stuck there. And you don't have to wear your fears as a badge of honor, your insecurities as a badge of honor. They're all to be transmuted and healed and to bring you into oneness and wholeness and to the truth of this world that we live in. So yeah, just express gratitude when those things come up and lovingly let them go and lovingly release them time and time and time again until you don't have to anymore. And in that, you'll free yourself to create your life the way you want to, and you'll get the reflections back from your reality that match what you know to be true, because you know what's up. You know just how connected you are. You know that you're God embodied. You know that there's nothing to be afraid of. There's still echoes of the past from when you didn't know that, and you still have conditioning and all those things that are still bringing these things up when you get into familiar situations. But in those moments, choose differently. That's how you really overwrite your past programming, how you overwrite, your source code, which is creating your universe and your world and your reality and your experience at any given time. So, yeah, I continue to stress that your choices and your decision making is the true magic. Everything else is just tools and practice in order to make different decisions. Because now you understand things differently, you have more knowledge, so now when things present themselves, you can see them for what they are, the reflections that they are, and then you can choose differently. You can choose to not be afraid. You can choose to, okay, yeah, I do feel a little scared, but that's because X, Y, Z, because of past experiences, so I'm going to do it anyway. And understand that is magic, that's power, because at the end of the day, a lot of people and a lot of us are operating based on subconscious programming. We don't even see that programming. We just move with it, and it's running our life. It truly is running our lives. So understand that you being able to notice it and break the cycle, break the programming, and choose differently is the ultimate magic. It is transmutation. It is the alchemy. It is the work. So 55-55 as I say that. So be thankful every time you do notice it, and you get to choose differently. And that goes down to being mindful. That goes down to meditating. It goes to yoga. And it's like that's what all these things are for. It's to reveal yourself to yourself, to reveal the truth to yourself, which is that you can create your life however you want to create it, that you have so much power, and the power is in your decision making, because your life is your biggest creation, and you are a creator. They say you're made in God's image. We call God the creator. That's the first thing, the creator. So if you're made in his image, how are you not a creator? That's your true magic. That's where your alchemy is. That's where everything is. It's in your decision making, which is creative choice in your life. Whether you eat this thing or that thing, whether you befriend this person or that person, whether you go apply at this job or take a bet on yourself and go create your own business, whether all those are creative decision makings and creating your life. And if you're making all those creative decisions on autopilot, or you're not even seeing them for the creative decisions that they are, you think it's just whatever, it's not that deep, understand you're going to get a life that's not that deep. You're going to get a life that matches the way you did all that matches the programming and who you've been. Hey, fall. We're shedding old stuff. We're letting it go. We're stepping into newness. So understand that. Yeah, be intentional and be mindful and create from an empowered place. And yeah, you can understand that it's all yours. You can quiet the noise enough. You can see yourself enough, and you can break the programming enough in those moments where it matters, and you can overwrite the code that's been within you by choice and through conditioning. That you're gonna realize that you've been in paradise, you've been living in paradise, and that the world is yours to create with. So I'm really grateful for that message, and I'm really honored and humbled that I was able to bring that message through. Thank you. Hey, welcome to the party. Lovers, this feels like coming into union and not outside of yourself, like not necessarily another person. It might be for some people for sure. I definitely do get that feeling, but I feel like the major thing is the divine masculine and divine feminine energies within yourself are coming into union. And we all have a balance of divine feminine and masculine energy within ourselves, and masculine and feminine energy within ourselves in general. And understand that, specifically to my men, don't feel like feminine energy makes you any less than a man. Understand that we have a balance of both, whether you acknowledge it or not, and it's in your best interest to acknowledge it, because if you don't, that's where toxic masculinity comes into play. That's where you cut yourself off from like half of the energy that's you and that's available to you. Because it's like feminine energy is your ability to receive. So it's like, and that's just one thing it is. It's your ability to receive. So it's like your ability to listen to someone, to listen to your partner, to listen to anything and truly receive it, and not in the way where you're just listening just so you can respond and throw masculine energy back at it, but in a way to truly receive it and to truly bring it into your vessel and to really understand something and to really be able to then on that side go back into masculine energy and move differently or spread your energy however you feel the need to. But understand that that's one thing that feminine energy is, like being able to receive gifts and love, like that's feminine energy. And it's like we all want these things. We want to be able to receive. You want to be able to attract abundance into your life, right? But understand that if you don't embrace the feminine energy, you're going to struggle to receive. You're going to have a hard time to receive. You're going to be cut off from your intuition. You're going to be cut off from your guidance and your connection to spirit, because that all comes in through feminine energies and your ability to receive and hold space for them. So understand that if you're always just putting yourself out there, you're always just imposing yourself on your reality, imposing yourself in your relationships, imposing yourself just everywhere, just being hella masculine, just pushing, you never leave room to receive, to be still, to rest, to do all those things. All that comes through your feminine energy, your connection to your feminine energy. So understand that if you feel like life's hard, or you feel like, like you're always just going, you feel like, you're not getting back out of life what you're putting in, that's an indicator of that, So it's like, heal that relationship with your feminine energy. Learn about feminine energy. Understand that we all have feminine energy inside of us, and that you're a balance of both. And it doesn't make you less manly to lean into that and to own it. I promise you it doesn't. And I guarantee you that a lot, and if you find yourself in relationships and you keep running up into a wall, understand that that's probably another source of that. Because it's like, if you were able to own some of your feminine energy probably have less to be on your back about, because you would receive a lot of what they're saying. You'd understand what they're asking for a little bit more. You'd be more receptive to their energy. They probably wouldn't even have to say certain things because you would notice, because you're always aware. You're taking in the cues, you're taking in the energy, you're taking in the communication that's not verbal. But it's like you're always in that masculine energy. Understand that you're missing half of your experience in this world. So understand that you're going to be disconnected. You're going to be confused. You're going to feel like, well, like, I really don't understand this. And it's like, yeah, because understanding and all that, and your ability to receive and all that comes through feminine energy. And it's like, it's in your best interest to grow that connection and nurture it and own it. And yeah, and that's going to make you the most manliest man you can be. And understand that that's going to pour into everything that you do. And it's going to help you do everything that you do better. It's going to make you better at everything that you do. Because it's a part of you, and it's meant to be a part of you, and it's meant to be in balance. You're meant to be, have those energies in you side by side. So make sure you're not overly leaning into one side or the other. And I know I was speaking specifically to my guys, but women too, understand that you're just as the masculine energy as much as it's just as present in you as well. If you find yourself just always just receiving, trying to receive, not giving, not doing any of that, then you're out of balance too. And you may be confused and not understand what's going on, like why, what the disconnect is. It's like you're just not in balance. So yeah, and we're all learning, we're all doing what we need to do and trying to do our best. But not even but. In that process, just make sure you're continuing to expand, you're continuing to learn, you're continuing to ask questions, and you're researching things that come across you. And yeah, you're spending time just being your best self, and learning what there is to learn in order to incorporate into your life and to continue to create a life worth living. Because yeah, you're here to have the best life ever, and that's important for me to assist you all, to assist us in just doing that. And we're never alone in that process, especially not as long as I'm on this planet, because I'm always going to be I'm always going to be expanding. I'm always going to be learning, unlearning, asking myself questions, evolving, death, dying, old versions of myself dying and being reborn. Like, that's me every single day. So if you look around and no one else is doing that, or you feel alone in that process, find me wherever I'm at, follow me on all my social medias, because that's the world I'm immersed in every single day. So it's like you never have to be alone in that, because Mark is somewhere, doing the same thing, feeling those same calls and everything. So please don't ever feel like you have to be alone. Once you met me, you came across my path, understand that the days of that are over, and I promise you that. So yeah. Thank you for being here. I was definitely locked in on that thread of energy. So I definitely had to make sure I got that all out before I came and responded to you. But I see you, and I appreciate you being here for sure. Yeah, I'm really good. How are you doing? You enjoy this Monday? It's definitely my favorite day of the week. So much progressive energy. And yeah, all that available to us to create our lives, and it's really dope. So it's my mission to make Mondays everybody's favorite day of the week. Death. This just feels like now. This just feels like it's time. Let that version of you go. I feel like somebody's been struggling to let a past version of themselves go because they don't know what's next. It's not absolutely clear yet. But they do know that this era is over. Like, they're no longer this person, and that a lot of things that they're entertaining in their reality don't even belong to them. They're just echoes of a life that's not here anymore. They belong to a past version of themselves that they're no longer, that they've let go. So now it's kind of like scary, because like they own that, they may not have any friends, they may not have any They may not have any support, and it's like, it's okay, because understand that through making room, you're gonna make room. You're gonna have the most divine support, the most aligned friendships, the most aligned relationships come right behind it. It's like they can't come if you don't have space for them, if you're clinging on to past results, you know? So it's like, it's in your best interest to let them go lovingly and allow what's next to come. And it's not gonna come. You're not gonna get your new life and then be like, all right, now I can let this go, because you won't have room for it. Because you're spending all your energy on these people. You're not gonna have the energy it takes to maybe go to this place that you feel that you're gonna be called to go to meet that person. Or you're not going to, like if you're holding on to a relationship that's dead and gone, if you did meet your perfect person, you're not going to give them the proper energy. You're not going to put yourself forward the proper way, because you're like, damn, like, well, I have a girlfriend or I have a boyfriend, so I can't really talk to this person. I need to kind of like, and now you're pushing them away, and it's like, yeah, that was the person for you, and you didn't even know, because you're still tied to this past version of you. You're still tied to these past results that don't even belong in your reality anymore. So the universe is not going to see that person, because you're not going to be able to receive them, because you don't have space. So understand that if you're feeling called to let things go, let things go and let them pass. Understand that that's exactly what you need to do, and understand that that leads to everything else. So it's like, you don't get to everything by holding on to everything that's old and that doesn't belong here anymore. So that takes a leap of faith. That takes you knowing that that's how things work, and to lovingly let those things go, and understand that it may not happen right away, it may not happen today, tomorrow, whatever, but understand that it will happen. And that if it doesn't happen right away, it's because, maybe you need this time to be by yourself. You need this time to be in your own energy and get clear on who you are, get clear on what you even want, what you're even asking, what you even need, so when it does come in, you can recognize it, So understand that, allow that process to begin, allow that process to continue to unfold, and it already has begun. But you are holding it up by holding on to these past things that are already gone, like realistically. What you're seeing are just the echoes of it, because the energy is past already. You're not that person. Let it go. Embrace this death and rebirth cycle, and understand that it will launch you forward. It will lead to your evolution, and it will lead you to more of yourself. And that's the name of the game. And I'm proud of you for even getting to this point, because I know that's not easy. I'm definitely someone who has had a history of staying in spaces too long, for like the writing being on the wall, and feeling like maybe not, maybe I just continue to show up with full love, show up with full energy, and ready to keep trying to make it work. It may work at some point. So I know that's not an easy thing to let things go, and to just own it for what it is, for what you know it to be, and move in that. So I'm definitely not someone who's like, oh no, like, what are you doing? You're tripping, because I get it. I'm definitely not someone who's like, what? And it moves on. Like, that's not me at all. Like, very much a lover, very much a fighter. I'm very much someone who feels like, if I put my best foot forward, I can make anything happen. And there's certain things that are just not to be made happen, and that's okay. And it doesn't mean that I feel good. It just means it wasn't to be done. And if you see you did everything you could, and it's still, then that's an indicator that there was nothing for you to do. And it's honorable that you tried. And good job, kudos for you for trying, and for having that big heart of yours. Understand that it's okay. Death and rebirth is a part of life, and in the end, everything will be as it should be, and nothing that's truly for you will miss you or pass you by. It'll find you again if it's meant to, and that's okay. But that takes having faith in life, having faith in yourself and your experience. 01-11-11 on the timer, as I say that. But it just takes you knowing that, and having faith in yourself and faith in your experience in the world, and allowing the world to show and improve time and time again, because it will. So hell yeah. You like the little girl, she has flowers ready for death. She embraced it. She met it halfway. She knew he was coming today, and she came and saw him for what it was, and that he's only there to help you clean up, and to help you make space for what's for you, especially if you're asking for things, especially if you're asking for a life that's beautiful and that's big and bold and matches you. You're gonna have to let go of all those things that are small, that are limiting, that make you shrink, all that stuff to make room. So yeah, present flowers, present offerings to this death process by meeting it halfway, and understand that it's not happening to you, it's happening for you and through you. And understand that it's only being called forth and these things are dying away because you made the choice to do that. You chose to elevate. If you didn't want to elevate, there would be no death or rebirth to experience. You could just stay there forever if you wanted to. But you know deep down that you want more and that you deserve more. So it's okay. And understand that, hey, you're gonna continue to have these death and rebirth cycles as you continue to change, as you continue to grow and learn more about yourself. So get used to it. This is not the end of that road, because a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 years, whatever your timeline is, you're gonna experience another one. You're gonna have to make those same choices. You're gonna have to let things go again. You're gonna have to get comfortable with that. So yeah, just embrace it when you get the chance to. And whenever you're ready, hey, embrace it and move on and allow everything that's beautiful to come for you, because it wants to and it will. So, hell yeah, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of yourself too. This is weird because it's starting to feel a little complete. We go another 30 minutes, for another 45 minutes sometimes. And now the energy feels a little like just present. There's not much being communicated. It doesn't feel like anything like that. Kind of like they're just sitting with us. Like the energies and spirit and whoever's in attendance. Like we're all just kind of sitting here in this moment, just being. Except me, because I'm talking. This card's quiet, so yeah, I'm gonna let you guys read it, see what you all get. And when I turn the card, don't overthink it. If you haven't read cards or read energy before, just be still and really connect with the card. Look at it, see what you're drawn to first, what you notice, anything that just seems to be speaking to you, and just follow the thread of energy. And as long as you're not thinking, as long as you're not like, what could this mean? You're not doing that, and which is a very masculine energy. Creating thoughts and like trying to force logic into it. Understand, as long as you're just remaining open to it, you're receiving, you're looking at it, getting something from it, that it will be a genuine channel. So don't overthink it. Don't allow that masculine energy to step in there and get you all twisted and turned, and then you're like, oh, I don't know if it really, just receive. Focus on receiving. And then, yeah. So, that being said, you ready? We need to inhale, exhale first. All right, hold on. Let's do a little inhale, exhale. Just one. Close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Yeah, that was nice for one. But yeah. Just receive. still reading, just go ahead and give it a little pause. Yeah. What'd you get? Definitely let me know. This week has been dope. This is a very interactive Monday Magic. Like it's very fitting. Just the energies and the shifts that we've made. Yeah. For a lot of us, it's time to get in the driver's seat, you know? Like we've been learning a lot and practicing, cultivating a lot. Now it's time. The shifts have happened. And now, exactly, literally. It's time to go. You know, we drank from the cups of knowledge, and it's like now it's time to actualize that big cup that we've been seeing for ourselves. That's all been for, you know, getting the tools we've been getting to be able to cultivate that dream reality, to be able to ground it in, to be able to access that highest timeline. Understand that that's what it's all been for, you know. Remember why we began learning these things, why we had questions that need to be answered. We felt like there was more out here for ourselves, you know. So that led us on down the rabbit hole of meditating, of readings, of astrology, of human design, of vibration and frequency and universal laws, and learning all these things that these cups represent. Understand that we drank from all of them. We got everything we needed to get. We've shifted. We've become a whole new person. And now it's like, okay, now it's time to reconnect to our why. Because all this wasn't just for the purpose of just getting it, you know. We didn't just like, oh, okay, now we know everything. Perfect. And now we get to just keep being the same and keep just, you know. It's like, okay, now it's time. Now I can put all these things to work. Everything that I learned, all the things that I now know as true, that as the ultimate truth, the truth of what exactly is going on here. Now I can put all those things together and boom, it's time to go get my big cup and go get everything that is waiting for me, because it is waiting for me. And that's where we are right now. And look, you're supported. Your intuition is supporting you. Your inner world is supporting you. Your connection to the universe and to spirit is supporting you. You're not alone on this. And the very thing you're going after is watching you too. It's waiting on you. It's rooting for you every step of the way. So understand that that's exactly where we are right now. I'm honored to be in that space with you, because we are doing this together, you know. Like I'm the one reading and presenting the energy to you, but understand that it's on behalf of all of us, you know. It's through me to all of us, because we're all connected and we're all in resonance to this thread of energy, and that it's for all of us to connect to and to access our higher selves, our higher timelines, and the things that are available to us. So yeah, just thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me and allowing me to share these energies with you all and to express them the best that I can. And yeah, continue to walk this path with me. And I know that's no light thing, even if you don't understand how deep it is or how big that is. Believe me when I say I'm very grateful, and that I understand that it's huge and it's everything, and that I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I'm excited to see where we go from here and what continues to unfold for us. And yeah, like I said, we're in this together. As I continue to get my proof, I treat it as y'all's proof too. I bring it back here. And yeah, so just definitely keep up with me. Follow me on Instagram at 5D Just Too Easy. Follow me on YouTube at 5D Just Too Easy. Follow me on TikTok at KK Not Again. Twitch at It's Just Too Easy _5. Yeah, check out my music on Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify, Tidal, wherever you listen to music under KK the Artist. That's another way that I spread these messages and spread the truth of oneness. And yeah, music is a resource for others, for me. It's a place for me to spread, you know, my messages and the same things I do here, and to inspire others, and also to alchemize energies and my experiences, and to, you know, to really really just share myself and my experiences and the way I see the world and the way I know the world to work and all that, to just share it and allow people to be seeds in other people's lives. So understand that I'm everywhere and that I'm spreading this truth everywhere, and that, yeah, so keep up with me and understand that I'm not alone in this, and that you all are very much a part of that journey. I'm going to continue to take you all along for the ride and the experience, and I'm grateful to have you all here, and that I'm grateful to be walking with you all too, and that I'm invested in you. I truly, truly, truly am. So don't hesitate to share with me your wins. Don't hesitate to share with me the things that keep you up at night. Don't hesitate to all that stuff, because I'm here to continue to be that support, to continue to just be a service, to be of service to the divine energies in all of us, to be God embodied, and be embodied so much that I'm enough God for the people who don't even know they're God yet, Like, I'm so embodied that I can still provide them miracles. I can still put them face to face with their own magic. I can still they are God embodied too. Connecting to God, spark within them, even if they haven't connected to themselves. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to ground in miracles. I'm here to be a divine vessel. And yeah, so connecting with you all is part of my purpose. Helping you all be the best you can be is my purpose. It's what I'm here to do. So allow me to do that, please. And don't feel like you're imposing or like any of that stuff. Because if I don't have the space for it, or if I can't give myself in that way, that's on me to withhold those boundaries and to own that and to let you know. So yeah, allow me to grow, allow me to evolve, allow me to advocate for myself. You don't have to advocate. You don't have to overthink it or feel like, oh, he's too busy or any of that stuff. Because if I am, I'll let you know. And that's my job, to let you know and to preserve the divine energy for what it needs to be and not burn myself out. And I need all the practice I can get. Life is giving me all the practice I can get. I'm getting used to that. So understand that, yeah, allowing me to be there for you is in my best interest. It's in the world's best interest. And it's in alignment to exactly why I'm here. So don't ever overthink that. And if anybody needs personal readings, check out my Linktree link in my bio. You can definitely let me know what you need, and I'll reach out to you, and we can figure out the best way to go about a personal reading or a session or whatever it is that you need. So yeah, and my Linktree bio, my Linktree link in my bios leads to everything, to the music and everything I even mentioned here. So if you forgot anything, you're like, dang, what was that? Just go to that link. And there's little icons at the top, and there's more links at the bottom. Like, the whole Mark world is there. So whatever you need, just connect to it. Yeah, but thank you. I say all that to say thank you, and I love you, and I really appreciate y'all and what we're doing here. Oh, hey, I didn't even see you. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. But yeah, I love you all so much. And I just had to say bye. I came out here mentally prepared to have to do, not have to, but to get to do like an hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours. It certainly is complete. I'm happy. I feel good. Yeah, I'm excited to let y'all go and keep kicking ass and keep taking on the world and keep creating the life that you guys deserve. And know that I'm always rooting for you all, even if you don't see me, even if you're not watching a video at the time. Know that I leave here and I think about you all. I leave here, and as things happen, I'm like, oh man, I wonder how the collective's doing. I wonder how they're doing, what's showing up in their experiences, And then I'm always sending you guys love and energy and all that. So, oh yeah, I love y'all. I really, really, really do. And I'll see y'all around. Be safe, man. Have a good day today on purpose. Don't leave it up to chance. Decide that you're having a good day and make it so. And so it is, and so it must be. It's really that simple. So Be safe. Hell yeah. Get back to work. See y'all later.